Hi, it is me, Empress Shay. I'm back with you it's Saturday, so I'm here to do our cosmic reading. Back to tap into the energy, the alignment, and the deeper truth of what is unfolding for us collectively. So, welcome to the Cosmic Energy Reading, where we don't just look at the cards, we align them with the movement of the universe because everything happening above is shaping what's happening within you and me. So, right now, we are moving through the powerful energy of Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. And this is not a light energy, it's about dissolving illusions, stepping into truth, and building a real alignment identity. So today's reading is here to help you understand what's shifting in your life and see what needs to be released. And most importantly, show you how to move forward in alignment and not just confusion. Not confusion. We don't want that. So because of if this message has reached you, it's not by accident. It is definitely the universe has been trying to get your attention, and now you are finally in position to hear it. So let's tap in. Tap in to this energy and see what it has to say for us today. Let's get it.
Is it really worth fighting for? I will give you everything and more.
Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming to the Saturn conjunct Neptune and Aries cosmic reading. And you have joined Healing Energies with Empress Shay. And I'm Empress Shay. And we're going to pull our Saturn conjunct Neptune and Aries reading right now. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And the awakening is the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is the awakening. Yes. Five of Swords. The illusion dissolving is going to be the Nine of Cups for the illusion dissolving. And the spiritual responsibility is the Death card. Hello, Scorpio. Death card is spiritual responsibility. And the courage point is the Magician. All right, Magician. Okay. The dream becoming real is the Ten of Cups. Dream becoming real. The structure required is the Two of Wands. That was the structure required. And the path forward, that's the Four of Swords. Okay. Yes, we got it. Beautiful. This week's Saturn Neptune in Aries energy is powerful because the collective is standing directly between old identity patterns and the emergence of a completely new self. There's tension in this spread, but there is also breakthrough. The fire horse energy amplifies movement, courage, rebellion, and rapid spiritual awakening. This is not passive energy. This is the kind of alignment that pushes people to stop pretending, stop shrinking, and finally confront what no longer sustainable, what no longer is serving you, baby. What makes this spread especially significant is the presence of multiple major arcana energies. The Death and Rebirth and the Magician. When two or more major arcana show up in surrounding a transformational spread like this during Saturn Neptune alignment, it signals the collective is not simply going through temporary circumstances. This is soul level restructuring. These are destiny points. Saturn is demanding maturity and accountability, while Neptune dissolves illusions and false narratives. Aries is adding up, adding the fire, throwing in that fire, action, identity, and initiation. Together, these create a season where people can no longer escape themselves. The dream either becomes real through discipline or dissolves through avoidance. That awakening card, the Five of Swords, that energy is showing that the collective is beginning to recognize where ego battles and power struggles, self-sabotage, even survival mentality have been draining their energy. Many people are waking up to the realization that winning at at the wrong thing still leave emptiness behind. Still leave emptiness. Winning at the wrong things still need emptiness. So if you thought you won, but you lost, because Saturn in Aries is exposing where impulsive reactions and defensive behavior have been created unnecessarily. It just caused all kind of unnecessary conflict. That's what Saturn in Aries is exposing. Impulsive reactions and defensive behavior. Because all that really matters is how you perceive something and how you respond. How you respond is very important. So the fire horse energy intensifies. Let's go back to the unnecessary conflict for a second, though, because I'm really seeing this in this Five of Swords. That energy, that Five of Swords energy, all about like death and violence and abusive relationships is even in that Five of Swords. Bullying, or maybe manipulation, probably narcissistic tendencies is in that Five of Swords energy. So when you have that type of energy, it's like even though you won an argument or you feel like you won, it's winning. The win was a win for the wrong thing. So it's leaving emptiness. and it's leaving you exposed. All that impulsive reacting, how you're responding, right? Impulsive reactions, defensive behavior. That's unnecessary. Unnecessary conflict. So Neptune's influence dissolves false victories, dissolves them. Some people are realizing that they are fighting battles that were never theirs to begin with. This is a powerful awakening around energy management, boundaries, and emotional maturity. The fire horse energy intensifies the need to stop wasting life force on chaos and redirect it towards purpose. Ouch. Okay? Because I even found myself this week getting involved in some drama that made absolutely no sense. And how can we do that when there is so much more work to do? There's so much more work to do. There's so much more positive things to involve ourselves with. So leave the unnecessary conflict alone. Moving forward, we have that. So you're always moving towards your purpose. And anything that tries to redirect you from your purpose, your dream becoming true, that is the stuff that we have to let go because it doesn't serve us. So moving to the illusions dissolving, that was that Nine of Cups. This is one of the strongest ones. See, this Nine of Cups, that illusion dissolving here is the belief that external gratification equals fulfillment. The collective is realizing that emotional satisfaction without spiritual alignment eventually becomes hollow. Saturn is asking, what are you building that actually lasts? What are you building that's lasting? Neptune is revealing, what have you been emotionally escaping through? Through comfort, through fantasy, through validation and temporary pleasure. What have you been emotionally escaping through? This energy is pushing people to stop chasing emotional highs and start creating sustainable happiness rooted in truth, discipline, healing, and self-respect. And that was the energy of that Nine of Cups in the illusion dissolving. Because the Nine of Cups, you see, the Nine of Cups is gratification and fulfillment. So that illusion that dissolved was the belief that external gratification and fulfillment, anything outside of yourself, externally, right? They're realizing that emotional satisfaction without spiritual alignment eventually becomes hollow. It's nothing. It's nothing without the spiritual alignment. So the spiritual responsibility card, the Death and Rebirth, this energy is the archetype during Saturn, Neptune, and Aries. It represents identity shedding, shedding old identities on a soul level. And entire versions of people are ending. That entire version of them, you're going to see it before your eyes. So many of us are going to change, just morphosize right in front of your eyes. Old emotional cycles are going to fall away, outdated beliefs, fear based identities, that victim narrative. The victim narrative and the spiritually immature coping patterns are being stripped away. Hallelujah. This placement says not, seriously, I am so real about this. This placement is saying that you cannot enter, you can't enter in this next timeline carrying that old stuff, that old self. You cannot. You can't. You cannot enter with old emotional cycles and outdated beliefs, with fear based identities and victim narratives. Everybody got a victim story. Lay it down. Lay it down. I'm not being insensitive, but it's time to let it go. It is. It's time to let it go. We have to be spiritually mature. We have to be spiritually mature. We have to have good coping patterns. It has to happen because you cannot enter that next timeline carrying this old stuff. You're not going to move forward abundantly. You're not going to move towards your goals or your dreams carrying that. That's why I want to make it so clear so you can understand what this card means in that position. That Death and Rebirth card is saying that your identity has to shed. That identity must shed on a soul level. That entire version must shed. And I just want to make sure everybody understand that. That's so important. That is so important. Saturn demands accountability for the life you are creating. Neptune is dissolving those illusions. And Aries says, move forward anyway. Move forward. Forward movement. This is why many people currently feel emotionally exhausted, spiritually stretched, or internally in like a conflict on the inside. Because the collective is literally in transition between identities. It's got to fall off. And then that Magician card in the position of the courage point, that's a reminder that manifestation is not a fantasy. It is focused energy, aligned, and action and spiritual authority. See, because that Magician is a higher arcana card, and he has everything, all the elements. He has everything that he needs, just as we all do. Have everything that he needs to make this happen. The Magician combines all three. The Magician combines Neptune, who is rules and dreams, about rules, dreams, intuition, imagination, spirituality. The Magician combines that Saturn energy that rules and structure and commitment and responsibility. The Magician combines that Aries energy that rules and actions and courage and initiation. It combines all three, and the collective is being pushed to stop waiting for permission and start consciously creating. Because what this card says in that position of the courage point is that you already have the tools. You already have the tools. You have everything you need. You already have the vision. Now, discipline. Discipline that energy and move. That's what we have to do. The fire horse energy magnifies momentum, leadership, confidence, entrepreneurship, spiritual boldness, and creative risk taking. That's all in that Magician card, the courage and the position of the courage point. And it's mostly, definitely Saturn, Neptune, and Aries energy, and as well as that fire horse energy. So when we get to that Ten of Cups in the position of the dream becoming real, this card there is a reward energy. It's the reward. The dream becoming real. That's the reward. And the Ten of Cups is the reward. The collective is moving towards emotional alignment, deeper soul family connections, authentic happiness, and emotional healing. Healing the emotions. The legacy building energy that's a legacy building energy there. That's a definite legacy building energy. But unlike the illusion of the Nine of Cups, unlike the illusion that was dissolving, that Nine of Cups, this Ten of Cups here represents fulfillment that is shared. And it's a very grounded fulfillment. It's emotional honesty and spiritual alignment. This is the dream becoming true through embodiment, not fantasy. Many people are realizing that they no longer desire shallow success. They desire peace, emotional safety, genuine connection, and soul aligned. It's just soul alignment, actually. A meaningful life. A meaningful life, right? This is exactly what Saturn, Neptune, and Aries is trying to build. That's exactly the energy. And the Two of Wands in the position of structure required, that is definitely a lesson from Saturn. It's all about strategy. The collective is being asked to stop thinking small. The Two of Wands says the vision exists, but it requires planning, preparation, and intentionality, intentional movement. Aries energy wants immediate action, but Saturn reminds us that sustainable manifestation requires structure. This card asks, what future are you actively preparing for? The dream cannot become real without disciplined decisions. This is expansion energy. This is business building energy. This is relocation energy, long-term planning energy, and identity evolving energy. Just evolving your identity. Heal. Allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to move forward. See which areas that you need work in. You actually know where you need work when you really think about it. You do. Each one of us know. Our spirit's not gonna not let us know, okay? So it's the lies we tell to ourselves. The path forward, that Four of Swords, that is really not it's not a panic. It is an integration. Yes, the Four of Swords. This card reminds everyone that healing, reflection, getting that nervous system regulated, and spiritual restoration are very necessary. It is very necessary to regulate our nervous system for sure. Get some reflection. Allow yourself to heal. I'm going to say it again. You know where you need to heal. Everybody knows. Believe me. It's not a secret to you or anyone else. So that fire horse energy can create intensity and rapid movement. But Saturn reminds the collective not to burn out while rebuilding. Don't burn out. Take time to reflect. Take time to rest. Take time to just sit and think or journal or meditate. Love on yourself. Go get a massage. Show yourself some love. It's so important, guys. I'm telling you. I am telling you. Seriously. So that planetary alignment, all of the planetary alignments that's resonating is definitely the Saturn Neptune conjunction in Aries. Definitely. That's the backbone of this reading, because it's talking about Saturn structures and reality while Neptune dissolves illusions. Definitely. And Aries is pushing through this whole thing. Identity shifts, leadership, courage, new beginnings. Together they are rebuilding the collective relationship with purpose and spirituality and responsibility. And then that Aries stellium energy, it's heavy, heavy, heavy Aries energy. It amplifies independence and action and courage and entrepreneurship, conflict resolution, and identity reconstruction. This resonates strongly with that Magician and the Two of Wands and the Death and Rebirth card. And then that Fire Horse energy, it intensifies movement, awakening, rebellion against stagnation, and fearless transformation. And it pushes people to stop delaying their lives and step into momentum. The dream is no longer waiting. It's no longer waiting. And if this message reached you, trust that something outside of you is already awakening. This Saturn, Neptune, and Aries season is not here to punish. It's not here to punish you. It's not here to push you. It's not here to punish you. It's not here for that. It's here to align you with your dreams. It's here to, every illusion dissolving right now is creating space for the truth. Space. It's creating that space for truth. Every ending is creating room for embodiment. Every uncomfortable realization is pushing us closer to life, the life we were always meant to live. So remember, beautiful souls, healing is not passive. Alignment is not accidental. And manifestation without discipline remains only a dream. This season's healing portal is focused entirely on Saturn, Neptune, and Aries alignment and how to consciously work with these energies instead of feeling overwhelmed by them. Every single day inside the portal, it carries a different lesson: activation, journal reflection, affirmations, an energetic focus designed to help the collective embody spiritual maturity and emotional healing, and courage action along with aligned manifestation. So if you've been participating daily, you already know this portal is not just information, it's transformation. And our weekly collective reading, it drops every Thursday. Saturn Neptune weekly cosmic reading, that's this one here, it drops every Saturday or Saturn day. I think you guys might have checked out my meditations and their daily. And yes, Saturn does rule Saturday, the ruler of Saturday, just in case you didn't know that. And the zodiac forecast continued throughout the week. And that's going with your weekly collective reading. Those are coming back, by the way. I was messing around with it a little bit, and I wanted to do a all signs reading because I really like those. But I'm going to continue to just have those for the weekly collective reading, just in case you guys are wondering about that. And don't forget my new single, I Am the Dream Becoming True, because that is exactly what this season is asking of us. We are the dream becoming true. So if you are ready to go deeper, personal readings aligned specifically for your own energy, your own birth chart, your own timing, and spiritual evolution. If you're ready for it, go right over there to my website, healingexchange.net, and get yourself signed up and scheduled for it. You get a video reading. Until next time, be gentle with yourself because life is about the journey, not the destination. You are here now. Enjoy it. And this is Empress Shay. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.